Hello, welcome back. This is Jeff Byers. I'm the instructor for ANI 258, and this is Module 2, and we are now ready to take you through. We created a new kind of textured level and an old dilapidated level. So we're using the same level, we're just adding different materials to each level. One being something that's brand new, that was just created, that we're calling that new, and then something that's old and dilapidated, maybe wear and tear of over 50 years, that type of thing. And so let me show you what I came up with. Again, I will send you some materials, but you're going to have to go out and find these materials on your own, just like what I had to do. And you can go on the marketplace, Epic Marketplace, or excuse me, the Unreal Marketplace. And so when you do that, you guys can find materials there too as well, whether they're free or not free. It's really up to you. I'm not telling you to buy anything. Also, you can find stuff online as well. We talked about Substance Share, and then there, of course, is Substance Source, which is you have to pay for a subscription, but it's well worth it. Again, I know you're a student, probably with no money, which I totally understand, and I get it. But there are free resources out there, and you just have to look for them. You can type in free substance materials. That might bring you to different types of resources that you can grab onto. Alright, so let me show you what I got so far. So you can see that I have two files here. One is called jbyers_mod01 underscore 020 underscore new. You can see how I name things specifically, so and I know exactly where they're at and how to open them up. And I also have this one here, jbyers mod01020. Now this should say module 2, but this is old. So let's go ahead and go to the first one. I've taken you through this one. Oh, that's not it. There it is. Alright, so this is the finished one that we had completed. Okay. And so when you guys are taking screenshots, we're going to do the inside corners just like we did before with our prototype, right? So you know how to do all this. Okay. What I would suggest that you do is that you hit the G key to get that nice and clean. Okay. And if you see something like this, we don't want any of that junk in there, so you might have to zoom out, and you might just have to click on something else like a back wall and then zoom in again to get so you don't have anything in the way. Okay. In a screenshot, we want to do full screen, so I need you to hit F11. Okay. Now, if again, I'm showing this to you again how to do this, but you can go back to Module 1 and you can watch that video as well, or you can come back. But I'm not going to continually do this. I'm going to want you guys to do screenshots for every corner of the interior of a room. If I ask you to create a level, I'm going to have you do that. No matter what, you're going to give me screenshots. I cannot take your files, which are way too big. Do not send me your files, okay? Again, all I need are screenshots. I don't need your ginormous, huge Unreal Engine 20 gigabyte files, which will never upload to anything. So I need you guys to stay focused, and all I need is screenshots. And these screenshots are pretty clear and pretty clean. As you can see, that's really clear. So all I have to do is go down. If I'm using Windows, I can go and click on the search bar and hit the S key, and that gives me the snipping tool. And I just go in here and go to rectangle snip and move that out of the way, and basically just give me the view that you're seeing. Okay. Now that's with the G key on, okay, and F11. Now you see there's like kind of a weird highlight there. I don't want that because I can see that right there. So I got to make sure that is not in the picture when you're doing a snip, right? So let's try that again, and you can see that's moved over out of the screen, and I'm going to go ahead and hit mode rectangular snip, move that out of the way. Now you know that's kind of highlighted there because it's seeing what I had in there for some reason. So I have to move this out, but I won't capture on Camtasia. So anyway, go ahead and snip that, and I'll just ignore that little piece right there, and go File, Save As, and I want a JPEG. Okay, JPEG, and I want all four corners. Okay, once you save that, I've already done all my saving, all four corners, and then you're going to do the outside all four corners, and you'll do this with every exterior interior scene if I ask for it. Okay, that's how you're going to do it. Again, you can see that I've got that showing. I really don't want to see that. How do I get rid of that? Well, I'm going to go back and hit F11. Okay, and I am going to, let's see, hit the G key again and just click on one of the lights. Okay, hit G key again and notice it's all gone. As long as I don't click anything in here, I'm good to go. Okay, now I can do my screenshot, and I can go back to F11, right, full screen, and now I can do my snipping, use my snipping tool. Okay, get that centered and get a nice perspective shot of the outside on all four corners. Okay, and so I want to show off my interior of the old. So we got the same scene, right? We're using the same level, but we added different textures. One is new, like they just built it, and one is going to be old. So you're going to be sending me 16 screenshots. 16, okay? 8 for the new, the one that was just built, okay, like this one here. You'll give me 4 on the inside, 4 on the outside. That's 8. And then let me show you what I did with my old, okay? So this is what my old looks like, and I really got nasty with the ground. It just rained, and it's puddles of mud and leaves. You can see those old leaves. And this is actually from Substance Source, my paid subscription. This is not a free one, unfortunately. And they got some really cool. It's worth, I think I'm paying $19.95 a month or something like that. But I have unlimited. Basically, I get credits. I never ever use them. I've already got 2,000 materials and counting. So you can see the outside is also material from Substance Source. Okay, you can kind of find stuff like this, but I really like Substance Source. Their materials are basically amazing. And you can see the inside here. I've got a brick interior, or not brick interior, but a plaster on looks like lattice or some kind of wood. And then I've got the wood flooring, that old wood nasty flooring there, you can see there. And then the ceiling's like an old parquet nasty ceiling. So you can see that it's old. It looks dilapidated, and that's what I wanted to show. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and build it real quick. It doesn't take much time to build. It's going through. You can see right here. You have to wait for it. It looks like it's done, but it's not really done yet. And then you got to wait for the whole thing. And then I'm going to play and go ahead and move around in there. And it's a lot of fun. It's pretty cool. It's cool to make something look dilapidated. I think anybody can make things look, I don't know, new. But getting something to look old takes a little more work. Okay, so you can see that wall is kind of crumbled, not looking the greatest. You can see the paint is peeling on that. So, you know, if you can show that in your scene that it's old and dilapidated, you're good to go. You know, I just found something, and I'm sure you saw it too. That's from the old wall. I forgot to texture that piece, so make sure you don't make a mistake like that. It's really cool how the bricks really stick out. They really feel like they're stuck out. I mean, they've come a long ways with these textures and the engine. It's pretty amazing what it can do. I mean, photorealism in real time, And then they were coming out with Unreal 5, which is just going to be insane. Basically, you can pretty much model anything in ZBrush and bring it in directly into Unreal without skipping a beat. When you can still run about 120 frames per second depending on your video card. So right now I've got an old GTX 1080 Ti. It's still powerhouse, and they're impossible to get. In fact, I don't think you can get them anymore. So I'm lucky that way. But my machine's pretty old now. Now it's RTX 2080 Ti's. They're so expensive and so ridiculously priced. And then there's that Titan, which is insanely overpriced. It's like around $2,500 if I'm correct. So yeah, I don't expect you to buy stuff like that. I don't expect you to have computers that are crazy like that. And you can run little scenes like this pretty easily with an RTX 1060 if you wanted to, right? With 8 gigs. I usually tell students to get that. RTX 1060 will work just fine, or 2060 will work just fine. Excuse me, RTX 2060. It's hard to keep up with that stuff. 8 gigs will work just fine. Alright, so another thing is to find out how fast you can actually shoot. Anyway, that's always fun. Alright, so enough silliness aside. Play your level, make sure all the textures look right and are scaled right, and have fun. And it's really enjoyable to see your scene completed with textures in there. So keep building on your texture or your material library. Get as many materials as you can. Also look for smart materials too, because I can show you how to use those as well. Those are very powerful. Alright, so we're pretty much done. You've got your level that looks new, that was just built, and then you have your old level that is dilapidated. Textures, make sure you save them in 2 different files. Don't try to do it all in one spot. And then look for my instructions to turn everything in. Alright. Well, have a great day, and I will see you in the next module.